that grants our listeners a fair say on opinions and matters of national discourse. However, this comes with great responsibility. Nation building is a task that rests upon our collective shoulders. Therefore, biased, rude, and/or abusive language will not be given a platform here. We urge you to please, always, keep your comments civil.
Good morning and welcome to the Dailies today, right here on your number one radio station, Invicta 98.9 FM. Time check from our studio is 6:03 a.m. Now, the Dailies today is a show where we consult newspapers published in Nigeria. The goal is to keep you updated in the current happenings in the country. We are looking at 5 newspapers today: The Punch, Leadership, Daily Trust, the Daily Post, and the Vanguard newspapers. During the course of the show, the phone lines will be opened up for you to call in and for you to contribute on what your opinions are on the headlines that we read out for you. I'll be doing this alone. My name is Chinwendu Odimgbe, and we are live on Facebook at Invicta FM 98.9 and on YouTube at Invicta FM Online TV. Let's go on a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'll start reading the headlines for you. Don't go anywhere.
Start your day with a dose of 98.9 Invicta FM. Get up and be victorious.
Wake up!
98.9 Invicta FM. We lead, they follow.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio.
My goodness. When did he grow up?
That's it with kids, so.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Ya ku masu ciniki, albishirinku gasar Maggi Chicken Flavor ya sake dawowa.
A sayi Maggi Chicken mai dunkule 2 kwaya 50, a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne, idan kuma guda 10 aka saya, to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi, tare da more kuɗinka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya, a hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Maggi Chicken Flavor kafin ya kare. Da ni da Maggi, haɗuwa mai armashi.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Now Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
I found something inside my Nescafe Original 3-in-1 pack the other day. A unique code printed inside.
Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 3-in-1 now comes with a code inside in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code to *7022# and you could win 500,000 naira cash, business tools, and training. Up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Promo runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world.
Emeka, I'm in trouble. The way the cost of everything is rising, I can't find a way to get this goods to my clients in Kano and Jos without losing my profit.
Musa, why are you doing this the hard way? You need a partner that understands the rising cost of getting by.
You mean someone who actually shows up?
Yes, I mean Prashal Express. I use them for everything. Packages, sensitive documents, even home deliveries. They are professional and they don't break the bank.
Do they go nationwide?
Nationwide? Lagos, Benin, Makurdi, you name it. Just give them a call. Big parcel, small package, value-add services like home delivery, Prashal Express and Logistics Limited is the one company for total reliability. Whether you're too busy to leave the office or worried about the rising cost, we are here for you.
Prashal Express, we deliver for you. Be rest assured, we are coming through. Find our main office at Shop FF18, Starcourt Shopping Plaza, Sabantisha, or our branch office at S20, Zara House, Amadou Bello Way, Kaduna. They've already picked up the goods. That was fast. You can call us on 0706-210-6674 or 0913-775-4873. Prashal Express and Logistics. Be rest assured.
A koda yaushe yara na suna kokarin koyon karatu. Guje-guje cikin wasa na rage musu kuzari. Yasa kullum bana rabuwa da Milo a gida.
Ni da mai gidana mun dace da zaɓi mai kyau. Ina godiya da farin ciki kasancewar Milo an yi shi daga sinadari masu inganci kamar su dawa, madara da koko. Shi yasa na tabbatar da yanda yake inganta lafiyar yarana tare da basu kuzari da safe.
Shafi mama, gaskiya gwaldin mun ɗan nan yawon ya ji madara. Haka nawa ma.
Sannu da aiki uwa ta gari, amma dai a rinka sarrafa mana madaran nan a hankali mana.
A'a ba ni bace fa. Wannan Golden Mo 3-in-1 ne. Dama da madarar sa yake zuwa a ciki.
Madara? Kuma a ciki? Tun yaushe?
Golden Mo 3-in-1 na tahowa da madara a ciki. Samo wa iyalanka a yau. Golden Mo, bari duk rana ta kasance da armashi.
Mama, yanzu na zan wanke maki fararen kayan nan naki.
To, amma ba wanke su kawai zaki ba. Ki tabbatar kin yi amfani da Hypo domin yana cire duk wani takaddarin tabo, yana kuma sa fararen kayana su ƙara haske kalkal.
Haka ne, kada ku amince da tabo, ku tabbatar farinku ya ƙara haske kalkal. Wayar gari da shayin Lipton yana da wata hanya da yake tattara mu. Kofi ɗaya ya kake a lokaci guda.
Mutumina baka san me ya faru jiya ba.
Kai ma barka da safiya.
Yi haƙuri mana shayi kafin hira.
To shi kenan faɗi mana.
Ai in dai shayin Lipton ne ba cika kofi kaɗai yake yi ba, yana ƙara kusanci da zumunci tsakanin jama'a. Shayin Lipton yana haɗa zumunta.
Yes, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery.
S-E-L-A-R-I-E. Celery.
Bros, you want turn to salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C.
Yes, so
turmeric.
Correct. One carton of Maggi chicken flavor for you.
Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella. Ga sauƙi, yana da daɗi a kunu ko shayi.
Yi nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Cremella Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi, koko, kofi da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Ya fi daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
Kai, Lami, yau na yi kewar girkin ki sosai.
Me gida, ni ma na yi kewar naka. Ka tuna lokacin da nake da ciki kai ne kake dafa mana abinci?
Shi yasa nake son ki sake, don na ci gaba da miki girki.
A'a, jikina na buƙatar hutu, aƙalla shekaru 3.
3 kuma, ai wata 6 makin murmure.
To ka fara, zan sauko zuwa shekaru 2 da wata 6.
Mu dai ce shekaru 2.
Amma ka tabbata ka cika alƙawari fa.
To shikenan, na amince.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
It's time for everyone's favorite.
Please welcome the Coffee Morning Drive crew.
All right, welcome back. You're still listening to the Dailies today on Invicta 98.9 FM, your number one radio station in the city of Kaduna. I'll be your host today. My name is Chinwendu Odimgbe. Let's pick up the first newspaper for today, which is the Punch newspaper. Starting off in the education sector, NECO to begin computer-based exams this year, says the federal government. NECO to begin computer-based exams this year, says the federal government. The federal government has announced that the National Examinations Council will commence computer-based examinations this year as part of efforts to curb examination malpractice and modernize Nigeria's assessment system. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, disclosed this on Thursday during NECO's 25th anniversary celebration held in Abuja. El-Rufai's son leads fresh reps defections to NDC, ADC. El-Rufai's son leads fresh reps defections to NDC, ADC. The gale of defections sweeping through the House of Representatives gathered momentum on Thursday as more lawmakers dumped their parties for the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, and the African Democratic Congress, ADC. Moving to Lagos, Lagos hosts a prayer rally for Tinubu's re-election. Lagos hosts a prayer rally for Tinubu's re-election. No fewer than 55,000 Nigerians are billed to converge on the Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos, on Sunday for a special congregational prayer for Nigeria and President Bola Tinubu. The Director General, Renewed Hope Network, Lagos State, Mohammed Dammole, disclosed this on Thursday while addressing a press conference held in Ikeja, Lagos, ahead of the prayer rally. And this one says workers will vote out anti-labor governors in 2027, NLC warns. Workers will vote out anti-labor governors in 2027, NLC warns. The Nigeria Labour Congress has warned that governors perceived as hostile to workers' welfare risk being voted out in the 2027 general elections. The union declared that Nigerian workers are prepared to mobilize politically against administrations accused of neglecting labor interest. 2027, Jonathan considers comeback as court hears eligibility suit today. Jonathan considers comeback as court hears eligibility suit today. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has said he will consult widely before making a decision on calls urging him to contest the 2027 presidential election, stressing that the race for Nigeria's highest office is not a computer game. For these and more stories, you can grab a copy of the Punch newspaper.
It's time to be victorious.
And the next newspaper we're looking at is the Leadership newspaper. Tinubu reassigns Fani Kayode to South Africa after Germany rejection. Tinubu reassigns Fani Kayode to South Africa after Germany rejection. Following the rejection of his diplomatic posting to Germany as Nigeria's envoy, Ambassador-designate Chief Femi Fani Kayode, FFK, has now been reassigned to South Africa as Nigeria's High Commissioner by President Bola Tinubu. This was disclosed personally by Fani Kayode on Thursday afternoon via a post on his verified Facebook page. Bauchi Subeb denies alleged extortion of job seekers. Bauchi Subeb denies alleged extortion of job seekers. The Bauchi State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, has dismissed alleged extortion of job seekers. This is contained in a statement by Issa Jongudo, the spokesman of the board, on Thursday in Bauchi. He said the board received a report indicating that some individuals were collecting money from unsuspecting job seekers for employment. Moving to Kano, Kano approves 21 billion naira for water project. Kano approves 21 billion naira for water project. The Kano government has signed a 21.29 billion naira contract for the rehabilitation of Tamburawa and Chalawa water treatment plants to enhance access to potable water in the state. Dr. Dahiru Mohammed Hashim, Acting Commissioner for Water Resources, said this at the signing of the contract agreement on Thursday in Kano. Stop attacking each other. It's childish. Ugochinyere charges ADC, NDC, LP. Stop attacking each other. It's childish. Ugochinyere charges ADC, NDC, LP. The lawmaker representing Idiato North and South Federal Constituency of Imo State in the House of Representatives, Ikenga Imo Gochinyere, has called on opposition political parties, particularly the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, and the Labour Party, LP, to stop what he described as unnecessary internal attacks and instead focus on building a unity capable of strengthening democratic opposition in the country. Tension as IED explosion kills 6 in Zamfara. Tension as IED explosion kills 6 in Zamfara. No fewer than 6 people were killed while 6 others were hospitalized on Thursday following the explosion of an improvised explosive device, IED, along Bagega to Anka Road in Anka local government area of Zamfara State. Sources said that the IED detonated in the early hours of Thursday, affecting a commercial motor vehicle carrying passengers, leading to damages and traffic disruption along the Bagega Anka Road. And that is it for the Leadership newspaper. Let's pick up our next newspaper for today, which is the Daily Trust newspaper. And this one says Nigerian exporters embrace China's zero tariff policy with caution. Nigerian exporters embrace China's zero tariff policy with caution. Nigeria's export landscape is undergoing a major shift as exporters increasingly pivot toward China and begin to take advantage of a zero tariff regime, which commenced on May 1, 2026. Daily Trust can report. According to the ambassador of China to Nigeria, Yu Donghai, zero tariff measures directly reduce the cost of Nigerian products entering the Chinese market. Gunmen abduct 6 Nasarawa Varsity students. Gunmen abduct 6 Nasarawa Varsity students. 6 students of Nasarawa State University, Kefi, and 1 visitor were abducted on Wednesday night after armed hoodlums stormed a student off-campus lodge in Kudi, Akwanga local government area, the Nasarawa State Police Command has said. Now, according to a statement by Police Public Relations Officer SP Ramhan Nansel, the incident occurred at about 9 p.m. on 6 May 2026 at Angwarninzo on the outskirts of Gudi town. Moving on from that one, 33.8 billion naira fraud conviction revives Mambila scandal. 33.8 billion naira fraud conviction revives Mambila scandal. The conviction of a former Minister of Power, Salim Aman, on 12-count charges bordering on money laundering to the tune of 33.8 billion naira has once again beamed a searchlight on the failed Mambila power project. The 3050 megawatt Mambila plant in Taraba State was designed to be Nigeria's largest power plant, but it has been stored for over 40 years, despite billions of naira sunk into the project. Speaker, over 10 APC governors on ground as Shatima submits Tinubu's nomination forms. Speaker, over 10 APC governors on ground as Shatima submits Tinubu's nomination forms. Vice President Kashim Shatima on Thursday submitted President Bola Tinubu's nomination and expression of interest forms to the national officers of the All Progressives Congress. Shatima, who submitted the forms at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center, Abuja, urged APC governors, members of the National Assembly, to support the president's candidature. And we're still on the Daily Trust newspaper. This one says, Oshimole, if we go by new rule, Akpabio not qualified to be Senate president. Oshimole, if we go by new rule, Akpabio not qualified to be Senate President. Senator Adams Oshimole on Thursday declared that Senate President Godswill Akpabio would not qualify to occupy the position under the newly amended Senate leadership rules. Speaking with journalists after Wednesday's 10th plenary session, Oshimole argued that if the new requirement mandating at least 8 uninterrupted years in the Senate for presiding officers is applied fairly, Akpabio himself should not be occupying the office of Senate President.
Start your day with a dose of 98.9 in Victor FM. Get up and be victorious.
Wake up!
Let's take a look at our next newspaper for today, which is the Daily Post newspaper. Nigerian filling stations reduce petrol price. Ipman reacts. Nigerian filling stations reduce petrol price. Ipman reacts. Nigerian filling stations have dropped petrol prices to attract patronage. A fuel price market survey by Daily Post on Thursday showed that NIPCO, Etna and mobile filling stations in Abuja reduced their petrol prices to 1,350 naira per litre from between 1,365 naira and 1,370 naira per litre. Moving to the sad story, 2 soldiers die as Nigerian Army foils ISWAP attack on FOB Maiduguri. 2 soldiers die as Nigerian Army foils ISWAP attack on FOB Maiduguri. The Nigerian Army has said that troops of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hardin K in the early hours of May 7, 2026 successfully contained an attack by ISWAP terrorists on the forward operating base Maiduguri under Sector 3. A statement signed by Lieutenant Colonel Media Information Officer, Headquarters Joint Task Force, Operation Hardin K, said the terrorists attempted to infiltrate the location under poor visibility. Senate passes 2.2 trillion naira FCT 2026 budget. Senate passes 2.2 trillion naira FCT 2026 budget. The Senate on Thursday passed the 2026 statutory appropriation bill for the Federal Capital Territory FCT, approving total expenditure of 2.285 trillion naira for the administration and development of the nation's capital. The passage followed the presentation and consideration of the harmonized report of the Senate and House of Representatives committees on the Federal Capital Territory during a plenary in Abuja. Moving to Ogun State, 45 Ogun residents arrested for indiscriminate waste disposal. 45 Ogun residents arrested for indiscriminate waste disposal. No fewer than 45 residents of Ogun State have been arrested by the State Waste Management Authority, Ogwama, and sentenced to community service for the indiscriminate disposal of waste products. The offenders were arrested in the Panshake, Quarry Road, and Kolobo areas of the state capital after dumping their waste indiscriminately on roadsides, highways, and other public places. Newly confirmed Power Minister outlines 5 priorities for constant electricity in Nigeria. Newly confirmed Power Minister outlines 5 priorities for constant electricity in Nigeria. Joseph Tebe recently confirmed the Minister of Power has rolled out 5 priorities to ensure stable electricity supply across the nation. Daily Post reports that the Senate on Wednesday confirmed Tebe as the new Power Minister following the resignation of Adebayo Adelabu. To know those 5 priorities, you can grab a copy of the Daily Post newspaper. Let's take a look at our final newspaper for today, which is the Vanguard newspaper. And finally, on the Vanguard newspaper, we are starting off with this headline that says INEC seeks police support for 2027 polls, warns of security threats. INEC seeks police support for 2027 polls, warns of security threats. Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Amopiton, SAN, has asked the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, for support and collaboration of the Nigeria Police Force ahead of the 2027 general elections, describing security as both the first mile and the last mile of the electoral process. Xenophobia. Federal government moves to evacuate Nigerians from South Africa. Xenophobia. Federal government moves to evacuate Nigerians from South Africa. The federal government has commenced arrangements to evacuate Nigerians willing to return home from South Africa, following renewed anti-foreigner protests and rising tensions in parts of the country. Minister of Foreign Affairs Mrs. Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu disclosed this yesterday after a telephone discussion with South Africa's Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Mr. Ronald Lamola, over recent demonstrations and growing hostility against the migrants, especially in Durban. Talking weather. NIMET warns of flooding in Lagos, Delta, Rivers, 16 other states. NIMET warns of flooding in Lagos, Delta, Rivers, 16 other states. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has issued a warning that 19 states across the country may experience flash flooding in the coming days due to expected heavy early rains. In an advisory released on Thursday, NIMET explained that the flooding risk is heightened because dry and hardened soils will prevent water from soaking properly into the ground, leading to increased surface runoff. Court reserves ruling on Malami's application seeking leave to appeal ruling on forfeiture. Court reserves ruling on Malami's application seeking leave to appeal ruling on forfeiture. The Court of Appeal Abuja has reserved a ruling in an application by former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, seeking leave to appeal a ruling of the Federal High Court. When the case was called on Thursday, counsel to the appellant, Mr. Joseph Daudu, SAN, told the court that the application was a motion on notice for extension of time to seek leave to appeal. For these and more stories, you can grab a copy of The Punch, Leadership, Daily Trust, Daily Post, and Vanguard newspapers to know more stories happening in Nigeria. Let's go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, your opinions on both Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube will be read out, and the phone lines will be opened up for you to air your 2-minute opinions on the headlines that matter to you. This is where I will tell you that you should please use this time to ruminate on the headlines that you heard. Know the particular headline you are going to be addressing, and please come with a solution-based opinion. Let's avoid being uncivil and just saying things that are unverified. Let's go on this commercial break. We'll be right back.
98.9 in Victor FM. We lead, they follow.
Yes, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery.
SELARIE. Celery.
Bros, you want turn out to salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
A sayi Maggi chicken mai dunkule biyu kwaya 50 a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne, idan kuma guda 10 aka saya, to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi, tare da more kuɗinka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya, a hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Maggi chicken flavor kafin ya kare. Da ni da Maggi, haɗuwa mai armashi.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio. My goodness.
When did he grow up? That's it with kids, though.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
I found something inside my Nescafe Original 3-in-1 pack the other day. A unique code printed inside.
Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 3-in-1 now comes with a code inside in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code to *7022# and you could win 500,000 naira cash, business tools, and training. Up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Promo runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world.
Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella. Ga sauƙi, yana da daɗi a kunu ko shayi.
Yi nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Cremella Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi, koko, kofi da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Ya fi daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
Ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
Omo bills dey choke. No wahala. With Bill Station, you pay sharp sharp. Light, data, transfer, one app, no stress, fast, secure, anytime. Bill Station, where your money dey work.
2 drops of lemon, 1 spoon of charcoal, and salt.
you dey mix? Why charcoal scatter put for everywhere like this?
Now mixture we go make my teeth shine oh. I want make my teeth white like your own.
Forget this concoction, Jare. Make you use the new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste. Polish your teeth white with the new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste. It gets natural charcoal where they active and it dey make teeth white well. It can't get lemon essence where they clean inside the amount. Pepsodent Charcoal. Natural charcoal. Whiter teeth.
The spread of misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech remains a serious threat to peaceful coexistence and social cohesion. False and unverified information, whether religious, political, ethnic, or tribal, can create tension, destroy trust, and trigger violence in our communities.
As responsible citizens, we all have a duty to protect peace. Before you share any message, pause, verify the source, fact-check the information, think critically about the content, and its possible consequences.
Do not allow yourself to be used to spread rumors, falsehood, or messages capable of causing division.
Peace grows when youth and women speak up. When communities choose dialogue, conflicts reduce. Truth builds peace. Lies destroy it.
Verify before you share. Say no to fake news and hate speech. Yes to peace, unity, and a stronger community. This message is brought to you by the Center for Democracy and Development.
Idan gari ya waye, mukan tashi shi don tunkarar harkokin rayuwarmu. Gari ya waye. Kowa da irin baiwar da yake da shi a rayuwa. Ni mutum ne mai matukar son walwalar iyalina. Ni mai ɗakina da yaranmu 3 muna rayuwa cikin jin daɗi. Daidai gwargwado duk da matsin tattalin arziki da ake ciki. Muna amfani da tsarin bada tazarar haihuwa wacce ta yi daidai da bukatunmu a matsayinmu na iyali. Bada tazarar haihuwa hanya ce ta inganta tattalin arziki da lafiyar iyali.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan sako ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar kungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Mutuwar iyali uba ƴaƴa da ma'uwa.
Wayar gari da shayin Lipton yana da wata hanya da yake tattara mu kofi ɗaya ya kake a lokaci guda.
Mutumina baka san me ya faru jiya ba.
Kai ma barka da safiya.
Yi haƙuri mana shayi kafin hira.
To shi kenan faɗi mana.
Ai in dai shayin Lipton ne ba cika kofi kaɗai yake yi ba. Yana ƙara kusanci da zumunci tsakanin jama'a. Shayin Lipton yana haɗa zumunta.
Yes, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery.
S-E-L-A-R-I-E. Celery.
Bros, you want turn to salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C.
Yes, so
turmeric.
Correct. 1 carton of Maggi chicken flavor for you.
Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Me gida, zo ka ji yadda jaririn ke motsi a cikina.
In ji? Lallai, da alama wannan na da ƙarfi sosai.
Mana, da wa kake gani zai yi kama?
Da ni mana.
A'a, da ni wannan zai yi kama.
To wanda zai zo bayan wannan zai yi kama da ke.
Tabɗi, to har yaushe zan jira wancan ya zo?
Kamar shekara 2 haka.
Kaga a lokacin na samu ƙwarin jiki.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
OneXBet, where sports come alive. Join the game on promo on the site or app. Win an iPhone 16 and cash prizes up to 750,000 naira. Enter promo code Nigeria on and boost your game. OneXBet, game on, together in the game. Bet responsibly. 18 plus. T's and C's apply.
A koda yaushe yara na suna kokarin koyon karatu. Guje-guje cikin wasa na rage musu kuzari. Yasa kullum bana rabuwa da Milo a gida.
Ni da mai gidana mun dace da zaɓi mai kyau.
Ina godiya da farin ciki kasancewar Milo an yi shi daga sinadari masu inganci kamar su dawa, madara da koko. Shi yasa na tabbatar da yanda yake inganta lafiyar yarana tare da basu kuzari da safe.
Shafi mama, gaskiya gwaldin man ɗan nan yawon ya ji madara. Haka nawa ma.
Sannu da aiki uwa ta gari, amma dai a rinka sarrafa mana madaran nan a hankali mana.
A'a ba ni bace fa. Wannan Golden Mo 3 in 1 ne. Dama da madarar sa yake zuwa a ciki.
Madara? Kuma a ciki? Tun yaushe?
Golden Mo 3 in 1 na tafowa da madara a ciki. Samu wa iyalanka a yau. Golden Mo. Bari duk rana ta kasance da armashi.
Please welcome the Coffee Morning Drive Crew.
Alright, welcome back. You're still listening to the Dailies today on your numero uno radio station in Kaduna State. I'm talking about Invicta 98.9 FM. Now it's time for us to open up the phone lines for you to call in and for you to contribute to the show. Remember, we're live on Facebook at Invicta FM 98.9, on YouTube at Invicta FM 98.9 online TV. The numbers to call are 081 40,000 989 or 070 800 989 081 40,000 989 or 070 800 989. Please, as you're calling in, step away from your radio set and remember to keep your comment civil. Hello, good morning.
Chinwendu, God bless you, man.
Good morning.
My name is Alaji, calling from Angola.
Let's hear you.
Adam Shumala to Senate President is not the Senate President. And still, honestly, Akpabio is highly, in my own opinion, Akpabio is highly corrupt. So while he was in PDP, which everybody knows, you know, the government of APC has said it earlier. Thank God that as Oshomole is saying that he's not qualified, it is that same Oshomole that say come to APC and your sin will be forgiven. You see, God will surely answer our prayer. In fact, he's even answering our prayers. APC, honestly, God will put them to shame. They have not even seen anything. God will expose them. That is by the way. Two soldiers died in Moduguri. It's very unfortunate that our gallant military men are being killed on a daily basis. Honestly, it's unfortunate. Does it mean that there's no way out that this insurgency of a thing will end in this country? The soldiers are dying, the civilians are dying. What is actually happening to this country? Please, it's high time our leaders should wake up and put an end to this. Honestly, this kind of thing cannot happen in America or other African countries. Why is it that in Nigeria that innocent people are being killed on a daily basis? Honestly, it's very unfortunate. The government should do the needful and end this insecurity. My dear sister, Nigeria will be great again. God bless you.
Thank you, Alaje, for contributing on the show. Let's see who we have here. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name?
From Kaduna.
Sam, let's hear you.
My sister, my heart bleeds when I hear explosion. That is Nigerians. Those people that never think they can die at any time. But we see they have used explosive material to kill them. Now, coming back again, you see in Lagos, they are holding a mass prayer for Tinubu to come 2027. You see, when I begin to ask this question and ask, are we Nigerians? This Nigeria, did they design it for every citizen of this country to rule? Now, people have been dying in the north, Middle Belt, Plateau, Benue, all parts of the nations. They have never held a mass that for prayer for them. But rather, President has never made any official report condemn all those things or put action on all those things. but they are holding a mask. Now, I keep on asking a question. This country, did they design it for Hausa and the Yoruba? They should tell us the agreement in this nation. Because this nation doesn't design that a Beno man should rule, a Middle Belt man should rule, or Igbo man should rule. So they should come out and tell us the agreement. Let's know the way forward in this country, because Nigeria didn't design for every citizen to be a president of this country. Rather, a group of people are getting the resources of this nation. We should sit down on the table and talk about this country. Nigeria is not for everybody. So the West should tell us their ideology with the North. God bless Nigerians. Thank you.
All right, on WhatsApp we have this one from Akintunde in television that says Lagos residents hold a rally praying for President Tinubu's re-election. This is not a solution to Nigeria's problem. Instead, to pray for how we can survive under the regime of hardship and hunger. Tinubu wants to continue ruling us but cannot fix the country following by the rules. Babio shouldn't be the Senate president by Oshomole is another problem. Gunmen abduct varsity students. This is a bad news. Samuel Gibson from Turunku says an echo to begin a computer-based examination this year. This is a wonderful development as we are now in the jet age. Nevertheless, I will also phase out examination malpractices completely. It will also phase out examination malpractices completely in the educational sector. Lastly, Jonathan considering a come up is also a good one. He is 100% eligible cause. Okay, he is 100% eligible because he ruled for a term and 2 years due to the death of his predecessor. How was... Okay, thank you so much, Samuel, for your message. Let's see. Hello?
God bless you, my lovely sister. TGIF, thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
I hope you have a good night rest.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I still remember I almost said Engineer Emmanuel.
Let's hear you.
Let me start with the sad one. 6 adopted in Nasarawa. Where are those endorsing Tinubu who could not save life and property, which is his primary responsibility? I remember vividly he told Jonathan every insecurity matters end at the deaths of Jonathan. Mr. President, how far? Your people are being adopted, your people are being killed. You are talking about second time. Are you going to govern spirit or air? Is it not human being? So if these people who are saying Jonathan should come back and those that are holding prayer for him, that for me, if their own choice will bet for me.
Did he say Jonathan?
No, I mean Tinubu now.
Okay.
People that are holding prayer for him to come back second time. Is that what you said?
Yes. Huh? Yes. You made a mistake and said Jonathan. He's not the one they're holding prayer.
I'm talking about the
Tinubu.
Insecurity. When Tinubu told Jonathan that every security matter end at his table. Okay. I'm referring to the issue of 6 that we adopted in Nasarawa. Now come back to the issue of those that are holding prayer for Tinubu. For me, that prayer is an hypocritical prayer. People have been adopted. People have been killed. They have never hold prayer. If it's a man who have not done well, they are holding prayer for him. For me, it's an hypocrite. That is what I look at it. They should keep holding prayer. Come to somebody, the grace of God, who are sitting with our votes. That is on that. Then concerning the issue of a man, 33.8 billion he stole from Mambela Power. Can you see how wicked and how selfish our leaders are? They are only good in stealing, but to give people governance, to give people dividends of democracy is not in their dictionary. They should be ashamed of themselves. Then concerning the issue of Jonathan, telling them that they are asking him to come back, I respect him. And the fear of Jonathan is the beginning of wisdom for Tinubu. And the same thing with Obi. Tinubu is afraid of Jonathan and Obi, but by the grace of God, one of them will emerge come 2027. With our PVC will support them. So I urge Nigeria, just like Jonathan said, they should not allow vote apathy. People are not having their PVC. They should go and get their PVC so that we vote these incompetent governors, this government on the day.
All right, thank you so much, Engineer
Emmanuel, let's go on Facebook. This one is from Maole Barawa. Is Nigeria cursed with this type of lawmakers? They are the worst in the history of this country, and we pray not to have the likes of Ababio as Senate President. It's worrisome to majority of Nigerians that our legislators seem to care so little about the welfare of merely existing Nigerians, but after their selfish interests. This is against the background of not only provocative remunerations and allowances they are allegedly garnering, but equally their sole administrative stance. Victor Sule, good morning to you. Danlame Ikowakili, good morning. Young Gathers, good morning. Jimmy Ibrahim, Andrew Issa, Kiamsati Jr., good morning to you. All right, let's see who we have on the line. 081 40,989. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Chinwendu. How was your sleep?
It was good, thank you.
Mr. Kerry calling from Sabon-Tasha.
Let's hear you, Mr. Kerry.
The new Minister of Power has rolled out 5 items that he needs to concentrate on. We want to see a new power sector in the coming days because we are praying for darkness. Nigerians are suffering. Both medium and small-scale businesses are collapsing day by day due to the epileptic power supply. Second, 45 Ogun State residents have been arrested for indiscriminate dumping of refuse. Thank God for NAMED's report. Some states will be suffering from early rain. So it means Kaduna too need to wake up and address this issue of indiscriminate dumping of refuse by Kaduna State Environmental Protection Agency through the State Ministry of Environment. Finally, xenophobia. Federal government are about to evacuate willing Nigerians back home. South Africa indeed are biting more than they can chew. This is quite unfortunate. In this era, we are still killing one another as Africans. And you know the role the Nigerian played during the apartheid regime. I pray that we get it right in Africa, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kieri, for participating on the show. Ambassador Shambang on WhatsApp is saying, God bless Adam Soshimole for saying the truth about Ababio as Senate President. To my knowledge, the modern way of approaching examinations is not to the best interest of encouraging students to make good research, wider studies, and racking their brains honestly. All right, thank you for your message. This one is from Akia and Stephen from Angamboro. It says, Tinubu reassigns Fani Kayode to South Africa after Germany rejection. Mr. President should always consider the character of people he assigns to office. He should also focus on ending insecurity and improving our economy. Then Coach Green Soccer says, it's a very sad one to hear about the abduction of the Nasarawa University students. We'll pray for their safe return, and we pray for the end of these insecurities. Adiolu Adebite says Nigeria filling station has not reduced the price of the fuel prices. It's still 1,380 naira per liter. If it is to increase PMS, they will increase it immediately with effect. But to bring the price down is the problem. Okay, I rightly mentioned that the filling stations they were mentioned, which is Mobile, NIPCO, and Etna in Abuja. I do not know about Kaduna State, but when we research on that, we'll bring you the story. This one is from Victor from Juji. Where is this country taking us to every day? Every day is problem. Only God will save us. On Facebook. Okay, let's go on a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'll take your comments on Facebook, then wrap up the show. Don't go anywhere.
Victor FM.
Yes. Today's hit music.
Victor
FM.
Ya ku masu ciniki, albishirinku gasar Magi Chicken Flavor ya sake dawowa.
A sayi Magi Chicken mai dunkule 2 kwaya 50 a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne, idan kuma guda 10 aka saya, to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi, tare da more kuɗinka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya, hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Magi Chicken Flavor kafin ya kare. Da ni da Magi, haɗuwa mai armashi.
Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella. Ga sauƙi, yana da daɗi a kunu ko shayi.
Yi nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Cremella Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi ko koko da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
Ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
Kai, Lami, yau na yi kewar girkin ki sosai.
Me gida. Ni ma na yi kewar naka. Ka tuna lokacin da nake da ciki kai ne kake dafa mana abinci?
Shi yasa nake son ki saki, don na ci gaba da miki girki.
A'a, jikina na buƙatar hutu. Akalla shekaru 3.
Uku kuma, ai wata 6 makin murmure.
To ka fara, zan sauko zuwa shekaru 2 da wata 6.
Mu dai ce shekaru 2.
Amma ka tabbata ka cika alƙawari fa.
To shikenan na amince. Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
Yes, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi Chicken Flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery.
S-E-L-A-R-I-E. Celery.
Bros, you want turn to salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C.
Yes, so
turmeric.
Correct. One carton of Maggi Chicken Flavor for you. Maggi Chicken Flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
It's time to be victorious.
All right, on Facebook, Young Goddess, good morning to you. Thank God it's Friday. Jimmy Ibrahim, Kiam Sati Jr., Richard Samuel is saying, may God continue to help our Nigerian leaders because people are not smiling with this present administration. Please let the government do the needful. Chimobi Isaac is saying, my contribution of today's news is gunmen that abducted 6 students. Oh God, this is getting out of hand. Ibrahim Mohammed, good morning to you. Victor Adiba, good morning. John Nelson, FK, Godwin Cargo Williams, good morning to you. And Joseph Bilatus, good morning. Thank you to everybody that participated. To you that called in, thank you for calling in. Coming through at 7 is Imak with the show Waka Waka. Remember, more shows to come on your number 1 radio station, Victor 98.9 FM.
Thank you for participating in the program The Dailies today. The thoughts and opinions stated by our various contributors on this program of Invicta 98.9 FM radio, its website, and or its other social media platforms do not reflect the thoughts and or opinions of the station. Listeners are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusions for a better Nigeria. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind and not misconstruing the headlines. In Victor FM, together we are victorious.